Good evening and welcome to the Whaler Guys here on a spring-ish summer night.
Just after a tornado.
Yeah,
no big deal.
You know, it's one of those things when you have a near miss with your life out there. Not that we did, and we do pass on our best wishes to towns that were greatly affected by these storms yesterday.
Yeah.
Brookfield, Southbury, Oxford, the Merritt Parkway. We were watching some video of that earlier. We hope everyone's all right, and for the people that are injured, we hope for their speedy recovery. Tonight is a very interesting show because this goes along with the whole license plates thing. And before I get started, we have Jay from the Pralines Corporation. And, of course, on the other side, the ugly mug, is Pete Hindle on that side of the blue line. Good evening, Jay, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting us spend some time talking about the great and exciting partnership that's coming up.
Yeah, it's great. As you all know, the Whalers community has put forth the Whalers license plates, and as of about a week ago, it's about 340 plates have been sold. So all you lazy people better get going and buy your license plates.
Get out there and get
there
your
was
Whaler plate.
827 of you, and we're at 340. So you do the math, and if you're a slacker, you might want to move along. So it's about anywhere from $15,000 to $18,000 that is moving along to a great cause, the Connecticut Children's Medical Center in Hartford. We all want our children to be healthy, and we have a state-of-the-art facility right here in the capital city. And so now we bring in Jay, who is going to tell us about an upcoming event where Peter and I are lucky enough to be invited, because most people don't invite us. They say, oh, those guys.
It's true.
But Jay, tell us a little about yourself. How do you get started with this particular company, Pralines, who I get my ice cream from in Sullyton.
That's true.
So go right ahead.
So thank you for having me again. So I started working with Pralines, actually, funny enough, in 2003 when I was coming back from college for the summer from Penn State. And I started working with them, driving during the summer. I went on and off, and then finally I got back to working with Pralines Inc. Last summer, doing their marketing and strategy. So it's been, selling ice cream is been a little crazier than I would normally think,
Right.
But it's also very exciting.
It must be a really sweet job.
It is. And my weight can attest to that.
You don't have like an extra job you do as like product taster, that type of thing,
Funny enough, yes, actually, product tasting.
Yay.
As a marketing director, I really have to test everything out. So it's it's
a rough
a
job.
sacrifice,
Rough job. You can do it.
Hey, somebody's had to do it.
Yeah.
But no, so I started working with Pralines last summer, and it's been a really worthwhile experience. And part of what we're trying to do now is really try to be part of the neighborhood. As you guys know, Pralines has Pralines stores, and we also sell to individual ice cream parlors around Connecticut. And one of the things that when the late Joe Torre and now his wife Donna, when they started the company, they really wanted to be part of the neighborhood. And so that's opening a store, but also opening the store so that people in the neighborhoods can have a safe place to go with their kids, but also have somewhere to go if they need help with community events or fundraisers. And so now we're really trying to take that to the next level.
That's wonderful. And Pete's face when you said that the late Joe Torre, he's a Yankee fan, so Joe Torre being a manager. Of the
Right. For a second there, I went, oh no! How did I not know this?
He knew something you didn't know.
And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, we're talking ice cream.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
But it's great because in Sullyton, where I live, the Pralines is right downtown on Center Street, and it's a great place because right next door you have all the restaurants, And of course, after you're done with the restaurant, maybe you don't have your dessert at the restaurant. You save it for pralines after. And so, you know, on a nice summer night, it's nice to walk down Center Street in Southington and grab an ice cream next door. Sometimes, because it's such a small shop, you're doing a little bit of waiting, which is kind of like a tease.
This is true.
Yeah. You have one in Manchester, right?
Yeah, I believe it's in the Buckland area, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's one at Buckland Hills Mall.
Yep.
So Pralines, we have one in Manchester at the Buckland Hills
Yep.
Mall. We have another one in Berlin, which is Pralines in Berlin.
Right.
We have also Mr. D's in Wallingford sells Pralines Ice Cream.
Okay.
He's they're part of the Pralines family. We have one in Milford Mall. We have one at the Waterbury Mall. We also have one in Plainville. And then also individual ice creams, parlors also sell it. For example, Scoops of Centerbrook in Centerbrook, Connecticut. Also Scoops and Sprinkles in Rocky Hill. And Main Street Creamery in Old Weathersfield.
Wow.
So we're all over the state.
Yeah, you guys got a good umbrella there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So and we're opening another Pralines store in Middlebury. So, you know,
You're close to Lyman Orchards over there, right?
Yeah.
Is that where it is? Is it Middlefield or Middlebury? I
no,
forgot.
it's you're thinking of Middlefield. And
Okay.
We're going to Middlebury.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I always mess those two up. The
Yeah.
good news is I don't get lost when I have to go to.
And when did the company start? Because it seems like it's been around for a long time. The name Pralines, right?
Yes. So Pralines actually has been. It was established in Wallingford in 1984.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's always been in Wallingford.
Yeah.
Donna and Joe, when
Yeah.
when they opened their first store, they opened it in Wallingford.
Okay.
And they've continued to either franchise
Yep.
to different locations,
Yeah.
or at the same time partner up with other folks that may want to sell ice cream. And,
Wow.
And they sell ice cream, Pralines ice cream.
That's great. Now, this partnership that you talked about with the Connecticut Children's Medical Center, how did that come about?
So Donna and Joe, when they were deciding to branch off and start their own business and start opening Pralines stores around Connecticut, they really wanted to, again, be part of the neighborhood, but also help out children's causes, children and animal causes. And so, a couple of years ago, we did a couple of things with the Connecticut Children's Medical Center, because for one reason or another, for the past couple of years, we really were not able to as strongly commit to revamping that relationship, and so this year we really thought that it was time to go back and to really, help out, follow up with the promise that Joe and Donna had made and help out the Connecticut Children's Medical Center. Because as you guys know, with the license plates, they're always looking for help from different organizations in the community. So that's where really this is all coming from.
Right.
That's great. We've been working with Carissa at the Connecticut Children's Medical Center, and she's been just a breath of fresh air. She's so energetic, and when we finally got to meet after the license plates were approved. When we first met her, we're like, okay, this is someone we can work with. She has a great personality.
Yeah. Never in a bad mood.
No. Always upbeat, and for someone like that working at a hospital, I think they have a tremendous asset with Carissa. And now we've been invited. God help you, to help out, called Celebrity Scoopers, and that's very kind of you to call us that.
Scoopers.
And we'll be scooping ice cream. And what are the dates? Is it July 17th?
So we've invited you guys to go July 17th, and also there's a couple of other events throughout the week. So what we're going to be doing is we're calling it National Ice Cream Week. This comes off of National Ice Cream Day on July 15th.
Okay.
So on the week from the 15th of July to the 22nd of July, we're going to be hosting fundraising events in different areas or different stores, Pralines stores around the state. The goal is to raise funds for the Children's Center, and so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be inviting celebrities like yourselves, and we're going to be we're going to be designating specific times. Right now, we're looking at from 5 to 9 o'clock when the stores close, generally. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be inviting the community to come, and the percentage of the proceeds, the Pralines Corporation is going to be donating to the Children's Medical Center as a way of helping them raise funds for the different things that are going on.
No, that's wonderful. And it is. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, I'll be able to hit both the nights. One's the 17th, the other's the 21st, which is a Saturday. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. We have one that's going to be in Wallingford and one's going to be in Manchester, correct?
Yes. So right now, the July 17th is going to be at the Mr. D's in Wallingford.
Okay.
So Mr. D's with Pralines in Wallingford, and that's going to be on that July 17th.
That's
Tuesday.
5 to 9.
I think it's a
5 to 9,
Tuesday. Yep.
Yes, it's a Tuesday, and it's from 5 to 9.
Yep.
And then on the Saturday, which is going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Buckland Hills Mall.
Okay.
That's where we're going to be having also a celebrity scooper with you
Yep.
guys.
Yep.
And I believe we have a couple of other guests as
Yep.
well, so it's going to be a star-studded
Right, trying to lock those
event.
down. Yeah.
Yes, and so both of those days, again, the proceeds are going to go to the Children's
That's awesome.
Medical Center.
You know, and you know, for the 5 to 9, if the kids are good, get them out before dinner to get some ice cream, and then if they're, you know, they have to eat their vegetables like me, we'll go after dinner. But
And we have fruit ice cream, so
Hey,
you know, it's kind of healthy.
little bit
in that
healthier, yeah.
sense.
good, you should call my wife.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have to have carrots.
Yeah.
I'm good. But you know, Pete's really excited about this.
I am. I was thinking, like, if I could do, like, you know, for every scoop that I scoop out, I eat a scoop and pay for it, and that'd be a good way to
It's
raise
kinda like
money.
the
But then
little-
I'm afraid of getting the stomach ache. But and you know, I was a little nervous. Is there technique or a style of scooping? I mean, is there anything to it, or is you know?
Actually, yes.
Ice cream can be.
Do I have to work out because it's a hard ice cream, right?
Yeah, you have to actually scoop it.
Yeah.
This isn't the softest
This
stuff.
is all bicep work, I
Oh
assume.
yeah, yeah. You're gonna get a couple of biceps, or you know, once you leave.
Hey.
Yeah, no, scooping ice cream is actually pretty. It's an art form,
Oh.
as I've learned. You know, working at Pralines. So
Yeah.
you literally have to get in there, scoop, and gently
Okay.
roll, and then my boss. Remember, she
Yeah.
yelled at me when you put it in the cup. She's like, "Do not compress it." So just scoop it.
See, I was thinking of compressing.
Put it in
Yeah,
the cup.
okay,
There's
yeah.
now there's a lot of pressure
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, there is.
So
So
you do the old.
I kind of have
Counterclockwise.
an abstract technique. You might get an interesting cone that, you know, it's like, you know, a little left and a little right at the same time.
Oh,
but it's
hell, we have to put them in a cone.
this is like the Leaning Tower
Everyone's getting a
of
cup.
Pisa cone.
Listen,
you
let's
know?
not get carried away.
Yeah.
They better want a cup.
Yeah, you better order cups. And then order your Whaler plates, too.
And
We'd
you can't
appreciate
pack
that.
it. No, there's too much
Yeah,
pressure.
Yeah. So this could be interesting. You know, I mean, probably going to be accident-free. You know, but...
Carpal tunnel.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to go
You
for the
see what I'm saying?
surgery.
So, yeah, we got to get in shape for this because this is serious stuff. So.
We'll have to test our biceps doing something else.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
having a beverage.
Yeah, right.
Not before the ice cream.
No.
That'd be a
That's
wrong
not-
example
Yeah, that's
to
not
set.
good. No, that would
Well,
not be
actually,
good.
we do have
A rum ice cream.
rum raisin ice cream, and we have a White Russian ice cream.
Oh,
and-
my goodness
and for the
gracious.
summer, we will have a peach schnapps ice cream. So you know,
We may have to stay late.
May be able to get some of that in.
Hey.
So we have adult flavors.
So
Yes.
we do.
Oh, there we
So-
go. See that?
Yeah.
Bring the adults. Well, adults, they say it's for the kids, but they're
Yeah.
really full of crap.
Oh, so a couple,
Oh, come on, kids, you've been good today. We'll go out for some ice cream.
a couple of months ago, we actually had we invited people from the community to come in
Yeah.
and taste a new flavor that we were trying to introduce to the community, which is a Nerds flavor ice cream. So
Oh,
the
wow.
Nerds candy.
Yep.
And so we had the kids. We invited kids, and then we had obviously the parents that had to come as chaperones. And so the kids are having fun, but they're taking it very serious because we're asking a set of questions. They're filling in their forms. But then in the background, the parents are like, they're stuck in fifth grade class. They're like snickering. They're tasting the ice cream. It was one of those things where we're like, okay, who are the kids here?
We have a late joiner, Joe. the printer. Who's that guy? Well, if you were in the beginning and you were on time, Joe, this is Jay from Pralines Incorporated, and we are going to be doing an event with him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, with Pralines,
Right.
to benefit the Connecticut Children's Medical Center. So this is Jay. Say hi to Joe because he's
Hi,
party.
Joe.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's watching.
How are you, Joe?
Yeah.
And say hi to Christopher and Nicholas for us.
Yeah.
And yes, on July 17th from 5 to 9 at the Wallingford.
Yep.
Mr. D's in
Mr.
Wallingford.
D's in Wallingford.
Right.
We will be scooping ice cream to benefit the Connecticut Children's Medical Center.
Right.
A portion of the proceeds will go. And then on July 21st,
Yeah.
we will be at the Manchester Buckland Hills Mall. And what's the name of that one?
That's Pralines Ice Cream.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
Pralines.
that's 11 to 3.
11
right?
to 3, yep.
And the one in
You
Wallingford.
can't be there.
Right, I won't be there for
you're
that
gonna
one,
be out of
unfortunately.
town.
I'll be out of town. But the one at the Wallingford location, is that close to the Crystal Mall? Is that like across or near the Crystal Mall, or is?
It's right downtown in the center
Oh, okay.
of Wallingford.
Okay, center of Wallingford.
Yes.
Okay.
So where all the little nice restaurants and shops are in
Okay.
Wallingford, that's where Mr. D's
We
is.
will post the address, location, and times
Yes.
on our Facebook page. So as this comes closer, get ready for that. So getting your ice cream, I'm definitely going to have to try a couple of flavors. I'm already
Oh, of course.
sensing that.
Yeah, I can taste
Yeah.
it already.
Yeah.
I got that. You know, well, you're usually sweating in here. So
Yeah,
you're
I'm
looking for
always
ice
warm, so I like ice cream. It's it's a coolant.
What's
That's
your
what I think.
favorite ice cream?
I'm a cookies and cream guy, through and through. I don't think
like
anything's knocked that off the top. That's for
I
me.
think a cookie. I still go with the same thing, cookie dough.
Oh, okay, yeah,
like cookie
that's
dough.
got to be a top seller, right?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Well, yeah,
definitely
you
one of
can't
the
go
top-
wrong. It's
top
homemade.
five.
Yeah.
You know, hello.
Hey.
No, absolutely. It's one of the top 5.
What's your
ice
favorite?
creams. Ah, man.
Oh, you got to have one.
I would say that the it's between the chocolate thunder and
Oh.
the coconut bar. The
Wow.
coconut bar is just flakes of coconut and chocolate chips.
Wow.
You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
So
My wife likes coconut. She might get that.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll have to bring that one up.
This is
when we
great
go.
because we won't have any hard time getting people to come to this because I mean,
That's right.
you want some ice cream? No, who says no?
Yeah, and you
You
go
know?
across the street to Weight Watchers after that. Yeah, check in and say, oh, I need more points.
Yeah. Well, it's very cool to be involved in this, and the whole the Pralines name is something I remember when you were a kid and that type
See,
of
the
thing.
first
and-
time I met,
yeah.
I knew about Pralines, believe it or
Yeah.
not, was when they moved into Southington. I've never heard of Pralines.
Yep.
You were always growing up with Friendlies
Yeah.
or, the ice cream man, what's his name, Good Humor.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's
Yeah.
never good humor.
No, no.
And then the Mr. Softy.
Yeah.
We didn't get that too much.
Yeah.
We're in West Hartford.
Pralines is really a Connecticut-based company.
Right.
Right. Because it started here in Connecticut, and we've been expanding in Connecticut. And the one thing that we try to do as we move and expand to different locations is we try to keep the quality of our product the same as it's always been, because we understand that there's a lot of products out there, but real ice cream is very, very different. So
Yeah.
that is what really, if you tasted Pralines 15, 20 years ago and you're tasting it now, it's the same
It's
taste.
maintained the
Yeah,
same quality.
and that's the whole point of it. Yeah, having a brand, and
And-
you know what you're getting.
And
Yeah.
it is, because you can taste the difference between the homemade ice cream and then the commercial brand.
right.
And not that I'm not a huge ice cream lover. Like people like, oh, let's go get ice cream and it's wintertime. No,
Are you
I can't
kidding?
do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
You're strange.
Are you
No,
kidding me? Peppermint
Yeah.
stick?
No.
Yeah.
Winter?
I know.
No, it
good
doesn't
stuff.
work.
It's
No,
almost a crime.
hot. It has
Yeah.
to be hot. You have ice cream.
Hot ice cream. I don't know if that's going to work for you, but we'll see.
Have you had White Russian with a little bit of coffee on top of it?
It's
a different story.
Coffee.
Alright,
Now you're
good.
talking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoy my I enjoy my coffee, so we
Yeah.
could always do
Oh,
that.
good. Let's get them all hyper and loose lipped.
Yeah, you don't want me to
Yeah,
get crazy.
maybe not. We'll scratch on that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
it's going to be fun
We've
doing
been lucky
that.
enough
yeah.
to stay on air
Yeah.
long enough
And
here.
hey, July is a hot month, so everybody's going to want some ice
It's
cream.
my time of the year.
Yeah, that's right.
And he'll be over there melting.
Yeah, I'll probably be melting. But it'll be near the ice cream. Hopefully, I won't melt the ice cream. But yeah.
Does anyone have any questions for the people watching? Any questions for Jay about the Pralines Incorporated company
Right.
that was started here in Connecticcut?
Yeah.
Where did they have their first one? Do you know?
It was
In
Wallingford.
Wallingford.
Right.
It was
In
Wallingford.
Wallingford,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's Mr. D's? Or
No, so so Mr. D's came of quite a few years after. The first store that they opened was in Wallingford, and then another one that opened was in Berlin. The store that we have in Berlin has been there for quite a while now,
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
So
whereabouts in Berlin is that?
That is, if you go on the Berlin Turnpike,
Yep.
Okay.
right when you get on, or about to get on Route 9, if you go down, I believe it's Christian.
Christian
Okay.
Lane.
the
Yeah,
Christian
yep,
Lane,
yep.
It should be there.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's off of
good
the
on
Berlin Turnpike.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So
That's great.
it's easy to find.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And you got a good locations across the state, so just about everybody knows, there's heard the name,
Right.
which is a great thing. So, and there's nothing like having your own brand too, that you can bring out to the state and everything. So we're excited about this, for sure.
No, absolutely. So part of the reason that we really wanted to work with the Children's Medical Center again was because, we understand that our brand has a lot of fans, a lot of people that have known us for a long time
Right.
in the community, and so we thought, okay, well, why don't we use that to really try to make a big drive to get more people to donate to the Children's Medical Center,
Right.
using the power of our name and using the fact that we have so many different locations to get as much money as possible into the.
And do you do school events? Are you involved in the school systems at all, or is that something you want to look at for future endeavors? I know a lot of these schools have their own contracts with their food vendors and so on, so
Yeah.
it could be difficult to do it. But I mean, think about it. You could have a PTO event or a PTA event, whatever
PTA.
they're called today.
Yeah.
And my kids are much older now, so I don't have to go to those things. But to have an event where you could use towards bringing some money into the local schools might be an idea, especially with the budgets the way they are, and they're cutting back on sports and that type of thing. This might be a good idea to bring Pralines into the school system, because now you can donate back to the schools and get some educational benefits for the kids as well.
So what we try to do when it comes, so we do work a lot with different high schools, but we do it through our stores. So again, it kind of goes back to what I had mentioned before, which is that good neighbor policy, where the stores that are in the area, we encourage the store owners to really work with the schools, because we know that kids are a great majority of our customers, and two is it's our future generation. And so what we do is we try to encourage a lot of the owners to get involved with the different schools. So we provide different type of fundraising items that we give out as for the schools to do. If we also encourage a lot of the stores to hold fundraisers for schools at the ice cream parlors, because again, it's a very safe area, very safe environment for kids and parents to go to. So we encourage that a lot, and we make it as easy as possible for the schools. We make it as easy as possible for the stores to both get together and work out, and us as the bigger brother or bigger umbrella, we try to help out to make it as easy as possible.
And if you think about it, you're also teaching these kids that this could be a future employment opportunity for them. They're within the community, and any kid today, especially this generation, doesn't want to travel a long way for an after-school job, or something that they can either get dropped off by mom and dad to get a job before they get a car, or that type of thing. So then you're also marketing yourself as a future employer as well.
Yes, so absolutely, you're absolutely right. So we actually, funny enough that you mentioned that, because we had somebody who wanted to sell Pralines ice cream, and he came in. He used to work in pharmaceutical sales, and he hated the job. So he
Well, compared to ice cream, I would
Yeah, I
think so.
know.
so he hated it working for the pharmaceutical company. So he came and said, "Hey, I wanna sell Pralines ice cream." So we got to working with him, and he is now selling Pralines ice cream. So for him, it was a career change, and the fact that we have this really great product allowed him to really make a living and
make a transition.
sell ice cream for a living. Which
Yeah.
And have a lot of fun, probably.
It beats Prozac, I tell you. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well, thank goodness for Prozac. So, that's all the time we have with Jay. We look forward to working with you and working with the Pralines Incorporated Company. There's many locations in Connecticut, so look them up on Google or any of your search engines and see where your closest Pralines is. It is summertime, so you're going to start getting warm out there, so you might need something
Yeah.
to take care of that.
And don't forget, July 17th in Wallingford from 5 to 9 p.m. is a Tuesday night. And then also at the Buckland Hills location, that's 11 to 3 p.m. on Saturday, July 21st. So,
Right.
and we expect some more guests, celebrity scoopers.
Coming
We may have competition from
Yeah.
what I'm understanding, and
Well,
better
it depends,
but
yeah.
more athleticism than we have
Yeah,
to scoop
you know,
with. So
and
yeah.
the other thing is they might be better at scooping than we are.
yeah, that's what we got.
We usually shovel other things.
Yeah.
Well,
funny.
Jay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, very
Thank
much
you.
so.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
we will have more information
Sure.
on our Facebook page, which
Yes.
is Pralines Own Made,
Okay.
and also on our website, pralinesownmade.com, and we will have more information there.
That's
Absolutely,
great.
that's
Thank
great.
you very much.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little break.
Right, and Lindsay's
while
going to
we
put up a
get-
bracket picture.
Yep, and
Yep.
we're going to let Jay escape
Yeah.
the clutches of the
And
Whaler
get
guys.
out of here nice and safe and sound. And yeah, so we're looking forward to those events. Thanks so much for coming on. We really
And
appreciate
Lindsay,
it.
when
Yeah.
you have a chance, can you check our audio feed? It keeps on going in and out, as we've been told.
Yeah. And do you have that bracket picture?
All right.
Hey, right. We're going to throw that up there and talk a little playoff hockey. We're down to the Final Four in the Stanley Cup. And what a Final Four it is. It's not your typical Final Four. We also got give a shout out here on our Greater Hartford hockey page. We got a puck here from Glenn Greco and his team, the Cobras. He sent us this awesome puck here with a great logo. He plays. I've seen him play goalie. I don't know if he plays goalie on this team, but he's a pretty good hockey player. He's got a great team, and so we're going to talk a little hockey with the remaining 4 teams for the Stanley Cup, and we are going to delve into
A little playoff hockey.
Because,
and,
yeah.
And you have, and we won't right away look
Yeah.
at it, but we have
throwbacks.
we have throwbacks on Wednesday, not Thursday, but throwbacks on Wednesday. And so we are back, and Jay, we thank you very much for stopping by. Poor guy
Yep.
had to hang out with us for a little while.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's funny, we have a couple new guys in the booth tonight. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Nick? No. Who's in the booth tonight? I got Nick. Who are you? Zach. Nick and Zach are helping out Lindsay tonight, and we welcome you to this wonderful program that we put on every Wednesday. And so Nick is from Chicago, and
Wow.
he said he loves going to see the Chicago Blackhawks. And so I enlightened him
Yep.
that 3 of the coaches are former Whalers.
That is indeed. That's exactly why they've won Stanley Cups, because they got Whaler power behind it.
That's
so.
right.
And that's a great thing. A lot of Whaler fans love the Blackhawks. As you know, the Booster Club has put together 2 bus trips.
What did Michael say? Michael said you guys look like vanilla Oreo. Really?
Vanilla Oreo.
We're not vanilla. We don't like vanilla Oreo. I told you, it's cookies and cream.
No, I do.
You like cookies and cream. I
Yep.
like the
Yep,
cookie dough.
I do. Double stuff. Did they make it in double stuff? Because I'm good with that if they have it,
And Michael Elwood, we appreciate that you put in there that we have terrible jokes. We do.
Yes, we
That's
do.
why we're not on stage
Yeah.
and we're on public access.
Yeah, this is true.
So, I've been watching the hockey. I don't know how much of you have caught, but let me tell you.
Well, let's
we're
go
done-
to the next picture, Lindsay. We got
do you
one of
got?
the series here. We'll kind of delve into that.
Okay.
So if Lindsay, there we go.
There we go.
So Washington and Tampa.
Washington
Yeah.
got up quick. 2 games to none.
Yeah.
Hopefully they didn't run out of gas.
Well.
And I hope the guys, everyone that's
Yeah.
watching, we want your predictions here as we
Yeah.
go through Tampa Bay and Washington.
Yeah, we're 3 games in.
I want Washington.
Yeah. Well, who do you think's going to win though?
Washington.
All right.
What do you got?
Oh, man, this is really tough. Now I understand we're 3 games in. The Capitals do this where they jump 2 games on teams and then they have trouble. We've seen that before. But they just got that huge thorn out of their side. The Pittsburgh Penguins. They finally got by them. At the same time, it's kind of like you're not going to like this, but it's kind of like the Red Sox. They finally got by the Yankees. Well, it took 100 times, so it's kind of like, I don't really think it's a big deal. It was about time that they got by Pittsburgh. Are they going to be able to get by Tampa Bay? They got a good jump on it, and the question comes down to, because if you saw the last game, so the Capitals win both games in Tampa Bay, and then they lose at home, and I mean, Tampa Bay was firing from all corners of the nets,
But
It was
Tampa Bay was
sharpshooting.
firing from all angles in the net
Yeah.
when they played the Bruins.
Oh, that's true.
And you
And,
got to keep them quiet.
Yeah, and you know, this is what's great about these two teams is they both have incredible power plays. They both were in the 30% range on their power plays for the playoffs. So these two teams are the scoring teams. I mean, they're the teams that get the offense going and all that. So I really don't want to count Tampa Bay out. I really don't. So if Tampa Bay is going to win, it's going to be in 6 or 7 games, obviously. So that's a long series. You know, all really Washington needs to do is to win one more to put the pressure on.
I think,
Yep.
I don't think it's going to go 7.
No?
No. I'm still thinking, I really think Washington's going to come out of this one and break the, I mean, they broke the curse getting into the next round.
Oh, my gosh.
And they beat a really great Pittsburgh club.
Yeah.
But I think the Capitals have it.
Yeah.
Not that you should ever
Well, they're
hedge a
battle.
bet
Yeah,
with
they're
me.
battle tested. They had that Columbus issue where they, you know, they came back and won 4 games in a row against Columbus. You know, beating Pittsburgh's a huge thing. I mean, they're riding on. I mean, they feel like they're playing with house money right now. It's the first time they've been in the conference finals since 1998. You know, they beat Tampa, and then they sit there and they wait, you know, to see who's going to win the other in the Western Conference. But we still got a lot of hockey to play, and you know, it comes down to Ovechkin. I mean, can he? And he's had a great postseason so far. You know, he's in the tops in the leader position in points and, you know, goals. But you know, can he really step up now and push that team over the ledge? Because
I think it comes down to goaltending.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, you know, think about it.
Yeah,
You know,
and Tampa Bay's got that left-handed goalie there.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting because it's a different thing. I mean, you got the
I mean,
glove on the side.
Holtby's been playing
Yeah,
well.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's great because he's a very solid goaltender. So
is.
I kind of call it a toss-up really at this
Who
point.
are you going for?
I kind of feel like Tampa Bay's going to win it in 6 or 7. Maybe I'll say Tampa in 7. How about that?
Okay, I'll say Washington in 6.
All right, Washington.
Just
6.
so we can disagree.
All right, let's see.
We got Ken Blake is watching. Good
Hey,
evening.
Ken, all the way from Marietta, California. All right.
All right, and we have Michael,
Yep.
and we have Michael Glasson.
Hey, Michael Glasson.
Michael Elwood, again, thank you very much
Yep.
for tuning in.
Michael Glasson, you can follow him at Whaler Plates on Twitter. What is the next picture, Lindsay? We got another series of the two teams, the other two teams. The Vegas Golden Knights and the Winnipeg Jets. I can't tell you, as a hockey fan, this is driving me nuts because I really bashed Vegas in the beginning. I was dead wrong.
We bashed them from the beginning.
Yeah,
I thought
I didn't think they were going to do well.
I had better hope than you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I said 28 wins. They had that by friggin' November. But anyway, so I've been kind of pulling for the Golden Knights, and plus, there's a lot of guys on that team that played in Hartford. You know, one in particular is Jonathan Marchessault, who the Rangers, and we might as well pick on the Rangers a little bit here. This guy played in Hartford his rookie year, 30 goals, 60-some-odd points, rookie honors. I mean, incredible, you know, did a great job. And the Rangers said, we already got Matt Zuccarello. He's 5'9", too. We're all good. And so he goes to Columbus. He goes to Tampa Bay. And then he ends up on the Vegas Golden Knights. Now he has 30 goals with them, and he's got 2 game-winning goals in this series, including 2 the other night. As you know, that Winnipeg won the first game.
And then Vegas won the second game.
Yeah.
I think it was
3-1, I think, or
3-1,
something
yeah.
like that.
And he had 2 goals, and it was
Yeah.
great. You know, it's nice to see the prospects from Hartford.
It
being
is. Oscar
famous.
Lindbergh. Oscar Lindbergh
Yep.
was there. Another great player for the. And he did make it to the Rangers. He actually was taken from the Rangers. But Jonathan Marchessault, who we called Jam a lot, he doesn't like that nickname. His middle name was Audi, so it was Jonathan Audi Marchessault.
Yep.
I thought it was a great name, Jam.
Yeah.
And you know, when you see him make plays like that in the offensive zone, where he's picking up loose pucks and backtracking and scoring, I mean, the guy's got it. So you know, this is another tough one. And the thing I'm having trouble with is the Winnipeg Jets have the last Hartford Whaler coach.
That's right, Paul Maurice.
And the Winnipeg market is just like Hartford in terms of, you know, it's kind of small market, you know, roughly.
And they made it back.
They made it back, and here they are in the conference finals. So you and they're the WHA sister
And
city.
their arena is about the size of the XL Center.
Yeah.
Only about 15,000, just over 15,000.
So it's tough. I mean, I'm conflicted as a fan. Who I actually want to win this series. It's a tough call, and
I can appreciate what Las Vegas has done this year.
Yeah.
I think they've had a stellar season. Their coach has done just an amazing job with a great bunch of players. And,
Right.
and if you look at it, you know, Fleury is just on fire.
Right.
You play with a hot goaltender.
Yeah.
That's what's going to pull you through. But on the other side, you got Hellebuck, who's playing for
Yeah,
Winnipeg, and
yeah.
he had a great season,
Yeah.
Regular season. He's had a great playoffs. And
yeah.
I'm going for Winnipeg.
Yeah, it's tough. I'll tell you what. You know, check this out. So the Vegas Golden Knights, out of the 4 teams left, have the only team that are in the 80th percentile in killing penalties. All the other guys are in their 72, 74%. So Vegas has the best penalty killing. Fleury is in the top 3 in goaltending. He's like second, first, or third in save percentage, in wins, and goals against average. I think he's a little under 2 goals a game. And you know what? They got a stellar goaltender. I mean, I can't believe. You know, we always had these questions about Fleury, and but he has been unbelievable.
I see Fleury, and again, no disrespect to Hellebuck because he's
Yeah.
had a great season.
Absolutely.
Is once he got to Las Vegas, it's like he was reborn again.
Yep.
And you know, Kevin Korza
Yeah.
is checking in. He says, "Hey guys, great show. Go Jets, go!"
Yeah, Jets
for
it
me, I
is.
agree with you.
Yeah.
And I want to see that city of Winnipeg have something really to cheer about. A
Yeah.
Stanley Cup would be outstanding.
It would be, and it would look good
And
for
you know
us
who
too.
lives in Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Is former Whaler Jordy Douglas.
That's
He's from
right.
Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And he'll be, I believe, he might be one of those guys invited back for Whaler weekend for the yard goals.
That's right. And you know, we've gotten great fan friendship from Winnipeg. You know, Matthew Berry wrote this great letter to the Winnipeg fans, an open letter saying congratulations on their 5th year anniversary of having the team. It was 5 years ago that they got the team back, and that was in 2016.
Yep.
And they responded and they said, hey, bring back the Whalers. We're pulling for you guys too. So I want Winnipeg to kind of win. It's kind of like the little engine that could, the Hartford of the NHL.
I see Winnipeg winning,
Yeah.
benefiting Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If Las Vegas wins that Stanley Cup the first time out, the
Yeah.
expectations are going to be high all the time.
It's true, and you know, maybe they'll throw a parade for conference loser. But as much as I kind of like Winnipeg to win, I actually think that the Vegas Golden Knights are going to win. Again,
How many games?
I just don't know if it's 6 or 7. That's my issue.
I'm going Winnipeg 7. What are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to go Jets or Knights in 7. I'm
Okay,
going Knights. So we're going Oppo in both series.
We are, and
Yep.
you know, I think
I'm going to be wrong twice. Wow.
Shut up. The other thing is, you know, when you look at, you have 4 teams left. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
It's been a sensational.
down to the Final Four.
Sensational playoff.
Yeah, non-traditional markets in the Final Four. I mean, Tampa Bay, you could say, has been there a little bit, but
but
Washington's hasn't been there in a while.
And again, you know, Tampa Bay, people knock Florida.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay has a great fan base.
They do. All the transplant New York
Yep.
guys came down
Yep,
and
yep.
fill up all the seats.
I mean,
so
look at Callahan had a great series against
Yeah,
the Bruins.
yeah.
Girardi had a great series.
Yeah.
Stallman, you know, Stallman's hit the other night
Yeah.
is going to be looked at.
Yeah.
He's questionable. But, you know, again, great. The damn Rangers, they sold the house. And,
They did.
And Tampa Bay picked up on it.
Tampa Bay looks like the Rangers almost
They
now.
have Tampa Bay has all cards in on this
Callahan,
one because they're going to have to
Girardi.
re-sign these guys at some point.
McDonough. I mean, they're loaded with form, and it's funny because you know when you follow the Wolfpack, you know some of the Rangers players because they pull up the Wolfpack players to replace
Yep.
the guys that are injured. So we've seen some of these Ranger guys. You know, Callahan, Girardi was a Wolfpack. Callahan was a Wolfpack guy. So that's interesting to see them. I mean, I was definitely pulling for them to beat Boston, and they did
sure.
that. But
you know,
where's it
I
gonna
will-
go?
I will say, you know,
Yeah.
with Boston, you know, Tampa Bay just had a great series.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
High-flying offense, yeah.
Take nothing away from Tampa Bay at all. The Bruins just did not play a good series.
Yeah.
Whatever the excuses are, I'm not going to give them to you because
Yeah.
you know you can have reasons or excuses. Some of the
Right.
reasons was injuries and just the depth. I mean, look at the depth on Tampa Bay.
Right.
You know, one guy steps out, next guy steps on with a ball full of energy, and away they go.
Right.
Plus Kucherov, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Stamkos,
Yeah.
Kucherov.
I know they're
mean,
loaded.
They're loaded, and
Yeah.
you know they should win the series against Washington. I just think it's time for Washington to beat them.
Boy, I tell you, Washington, of course, lost the Stanley Cup Finals against Detroit in '98, where it was Dominic Hasek.
Wow.
So it would be interesting to see them if they do get to the finals and have to deal with a flurry or deal with Winnipeg's goaltending situation. And so, not exactly Dominic Hasek-like, but at the same time, they're going to have to put that offense to the test. So,
Yeah.
and like I said, they got that 30. Their power plays at the 30%. That's not bad. That's better than it is during the regular season.
The thing that killed
Yep.
the Bruins was
Yep.
when Tampa Bay had that power play.
Yeah.
and they had J.T. Miller out there,
Yeah.
Stamkos.
Oh, J.T. Miller, forgot
Yep,
about that too.
Stamkos
Another Wolfpack guy.
and Kucherov.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What a power play.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's so we're going to look at this and see how it develops over the next week. By the time we get together in the show next week, the series may be over or more defined.
Yes.
And we'll be coming down to a final game if we get to 7 games.
Yep.
About how much time we have left if we want to do our little.
We got about 20 minutes.
Oh, so we got
Actually,
plenty of
about
time.
15 minutes.
Yeah, we got
So,
plenty of time.
Yeah. When you look back and when we were on a podcast last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Or last week, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
After our show.
Yep.
And the podcast name is Great Seats Still Available, and it's Tim Hanlon out of Chicago, Illinois, contacted us.
Yep.
And he has quite a following on the internet with his podcast. And his premise of his show is vintage sports teams, has-beens, and this type of thing. And you know what's really amusing is Peter and I sat there and had a call with him on our phones. And, podcasts traditionally go for about an hour. Other than that, people lose track of everything. We went for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And at one point in this podcast, he asked us, is there any way that we can separate passion from reality? And because I tend to just tell it like it is, I told him, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I said, this is our passion.
Yeah.
This is about bringing the Whalers back to Hartford.
Right.
And he brought up a very good line, and I think we have to continue to use this line for the lack of interest by our legislators, since they apparently are sitting on their behinds.
Yeah.
He says, you have a logo, you have a team name,
Yep.
and you have fertile ground.
Yep. And a song.
And a song. So he says, what are we waiting for? I said, we've been asking the damn legislators that for how long?
He brought up a great point, and it really is this. You can take a team and relocate it to Seattle, Houston, Kansas City, God knows where. But do you already have a fan base here? Do you already have a goal song? You already have a logo? All of that stuff is pre-done. You don't need to do anything but just slam a team in here and go. You need an arena, of course, but that's already that's already set in motion. So you don't have to manufacture the excitement, the pride, the color scheme. I mean, it's all ready-made for you. So it's almost like if you look at, you have a car, it's a Mustang, it's 1968. All you got to do is just throw an engine in it and go. That's really what it is.
And, for the investors that are bidding on the XL Center, the RFPs will be completed by June 29th.
Yep.
That is the closing date for the RFPs for the XL Center.
That's right.
And if there's an investor actually watching or hears this show, what did Peter just say? You have everything lined up.
Yeah.
Plug in the money. It's plug and play.
Yep.
Get it done.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll be ready to put a team on the ice.
Yeah.
We have enough hockey people in this state.
Yep.
Even though, again, the legislators are not playing games.
Eh.
But,
What are you going to do?
so we can vote them out.
The greatest thing about this really is we're hearing up to possibly 4 bidders on the XL Center. 2 of those bidders, we were told that they are interested in buying the XL Center to have an NHL tenant in it. Otherwise,
I heard 3.
Yeah, there might even be that.
Yeah.
So you're talking about investors, not just in the XL Center, but investors saying, I want the XL Center, but it would really work if we had an NHL franchise in there. Of course it would work better. So those 2 groups are actively working with the NHL to see, what their options are, and in this RFP, which is a request for proposal, and they're due June 29th, and the Capitol's busy. We can see, Malloy's maybe helping out with the idea of these requests for proposals to help get people, the information they need on the building, and when they get their offers. So starting June 29th, the CRDA and everybody's going to sit down and go through these proposals, and then they're going to pick a winning bid, and then from there, then the building's under someone else's leadership, and it actually will go somewhere, because the legislature doesn't really move on this XL Center thing. How long have we been doing this show and telling you guys, hey, if we get the funding, if we get the funding, if we get the funding? Yeah. Well, this private entity has already said, we're going to make it NHL ready. So if they're going to make it NHL ready, perfect, because it doesn't.
And the other issue that's going to come up is, come November, are we going to have someone? And again, we're not bringing politics into it. Are we going to have a governor that is as on board as
Yeah.
Governor Malloy is.
Yeah.
Now, we know that Malloy wants the NHL back in Hartford.
Yeah.
It's been a tough road. He hasn't got the support he needed for the XL Center renovations. Who's going to be the next governor or
Yeah.
lieutenant governor? I mean, look at the other night it was Boughton with a lieutenant governor, Markley.
Yeah.
And we know how much Markley hates the XL Center.
Oh my gosh.
And you know he plays a cute game as all
Yeah.
politicians do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that we don't like it.
Yeah.
No, you do.
Yeah.
Don't BS anyone.
Yeah, we're
And
calling
don't get
him
me fired up.
Yeah, we're calling him the Duke of Queen Street because
Yeah.
you know, this is the type of guy, and this is what drives me nuts. And when I hear anybody that says this, and especially someone who's in office, you're 19 miles away from the XL Center. Don't tell me it doesn't affect you, because I got this guy right here who lives in Southington, and he's in the XL Center all the time, and he's from your town,
And
he
I'm
doesn't.
here- and I'm here every
yeah,
Wednesday
I know,
night.
and he doesn't drive 19 miles and go, oh, that was so far.
Oh, better
you
stay
know,
overnight.
Get out of that 156 town petty fiefdom crap,
Well,
because
and
Southern- yeah.
Michael Freeman said it best on our show
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that was, there are a bunch of silos. People say, oh, I want my money for here. Oh, we can't work together. No,
Yeah.
this is mine.
You're trying
You
to
know
throw
what?
buckets in there, or money into buckets on it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's why 30,000 people
Yeah.
a year are
Yeah.
leaving Connecticut
Yeah.
because you know what? Their little silos are just
Yeah,
for them.
Yeah, I'd like to know if Joe Markley knows how many people in Southington work in Hartford. And then tell me that.
Or attend
Yeah.
events at the XL Center.
Yeah, and you lose the XL Center, and suddenly those people that come to work downtown for major corporations, and they go, oh, we're moving to somewhere where we can attract young clients or clients in general and have something to entertain them with. You just tore down your XL Center and made a nice, beautiful parking lot.
After the CRDA put up all those apartments
Yeah.
for the young people,
Yeah.
because the employees
Yeah.
of these companies could be living in Hartford.
Yeah, it's
oh, there's no
nonsense.
trickle-down event.
If you
oh, are
want
you kidding me?
yeah.
This guy's full
If you want to
of
tell
crap.
me you live in Greenwich and hey, the XL Center doesn't affect me, okay, that's an hour and 10 minutes, whatever.
Sure.
You got a little point there, but you're getting your benefit from the admission tax. Well,
Oh.
if there's no XL Center,
But-
no more admission tax
But
for.
they might travel an hour and a half to see a hockey game in Hartford.
Yeah. Well, they would
If there was an NHL team
They
here.
would. I bet
Yeah.
you they would, especially with the Rangers in
Sure,
town.
exactly.
You know, we were talking about how many people came, and we don't care who's coming, what team you want to see. You're buying a ticket for the XL Center. That helps everything. So
Absolutely.
that's good.
Now, talking about the XL Center
Yes.
and talking about history at the XL Center.
Yeah. Let's get
well,
to
it's called the Civic Center.
Civic Center, and this
for
so-
when we're talking
so,
about this.
Next picture, Lindsay. We gotta show this to our group, and I'll show it to our.
Hold on,
fans here.
hold on.
Yeah.
Let her put it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here we
What
are.
a beautiful shot.
Here we go.
Look at that.
It looks backwards. I don't know. if it
Whalers
is there.
get even with the Bruins.
That's right.
What was the date of this game?
This was
It says it right on
right
there.
after the infamous trade of Ron Francis. This is April 10th, 1991. So if you were born in 91, you're 27 years old, and you're probably like, what are these guys still talking about this for? But
Hey,
anyway,
that's a great
the
shot of
point
you.
is here.
You're covering your face.
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
good.
Here you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So the
Perfect.
point about this is, though,
You never look so good.
hey, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I wrap myself in paper just like a fish. You know, when you catch a fish, you wrap it in paper.
Now, I think it's
Yeah.
important that Peter's going to outline
Yeah.
what happened in this series, not with the teams on the ice per se, but the people in the stands.
So people say, oh, well, you know, the Bruins love the Whalers and the Whalers love the Bruins. Well, okay. This is what the Current said that day after Game 3 where the Bruins beat the Whalers 6-3. And I think the Bruin fans got a little cocky and they needed a knuckle sandwich. So it says here, next up, Game 5, Adams Division at the Boston Garden, 7:35. And then it says below, a little caption here, all is calm at the Civic Center. The alcohol policy is amended to allow for the sale of only one beer at a time, and a security force of over 100 helps reduce the type of incidents in the stands that marred Game 3. That would be 40 evictions and 5 arrests for people that were, they were protecting their building by getting those Bruin people out of there. So that goes to show you that things were not all hunky-dory. And this is, don't forget, this is the second series. They played the Bruins in 90 and went 7 games. This is 91. They went 6 games. They were already sick of each other. They had only played each other twice in the playoffs. So, you know, the problem was back in that day, if you could understand in the 80s and 90s, they don't do like they do today where they say you can't bring your fans down. You know, this building's just for us. There were, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Bruin fans. They came down in busloads.
9 buses.
And they would fill the upper part of the arena, and things
Yep.
would get out of hand after
Yep.
so many beverages were consumed and that type of thing.
Yep. So the beer policy was changed.
Yeah, and the bottom line is we're trying to say is that it's like, guess what? That's why Whaler fans don't like Bruin fans. That's why Bruin fans didn't like Whaler fans. Now they're saying, hey, we'd love to bring the Whalers back. Yeah, until we get under your skin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, we talk about the amount of fans in those seats,
Yep.
but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We still today want hockey fans to go
Yeah.
to hockey games in Hartford.
Right.
And people always complain, oh, there's more Bruins fans, there this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Put a quality team on the ice
Yeah.
and have your Whaler fans buy all those tickets.
That's what I'm saying.
And again, with this nonsense that Washington and
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is doing with only people from that state that can buy tickets,
Yeah.
that's a bunch of crap.
It is.
You know
I
what?
don't really
We're
like
all-
that either.
We're all hockey fans.
No.
And you know what?
If you buy a ticket, you should be able to go to that arena.
Exactly. And you should be able to root for your team.
You're right, right.
And not get the crap kicked out of you.
We got that one more. If you could show the last picture, Lindsay, we'll show you the little outtake there of the Bruin Whaler comment about the. And not only that, but they actually added, I think there were 31 police officers for the next game. They were worried about that. So, that they had that. Lindsay, you got that last picture there?
Yeah, let me see that.
Yep.
Because, yeah, you
This
read
is-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is now, don't forget, guys, this is just after the Ron Francis trade, barely a month, a little over a month. Ron Francis traded a month before, so now they got John Cullen, they got Zarley Zalapski. Of course, Jeff Brown, unfortunately, was still injured and was not playing. And then they got Mark Hunter, who they traded Kerry Wilson for. So this is almost like a brand new Whaler team taking on the Bruins. Cullen had a pretty good deal. He had 8 points in 4 games to start off. So it looked like John Cullen was going to be a good replacement for Ron Francis. It did not go that way, as you know, in the next couple of years.
Alan Greenberg has a great quote in here.
Yep.
It says, if they were looking for entertainment Tuesday night, they were wise to stay home, the fans.
Yeah.
A hockey game in which Pat Verbeek doesn't get a goal, an assist, or a penalty is like a skit in which Eddie Murphy doesn't get a laugh.
Yeah. I mean, I think he got the Lady Bing trophy for 1 game because
Yeah.
that was the only time he never got a penalty.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
The little
that
ball
game.
I hate.
Yep. And that's where it was Coach Rick Lee. And
Yeah.
he was behind the bench.
That's right. And Ed
So-
Johnston was the general manager, who everyone despises, but he had to do some salary dumping.
it's
Don't forget that
yeah,
Richard
but-
Gordon was the owner at the time.
Yeah, and
Yep.
it's interesting because, there are people out there that say, Eddie Johnston, he loved Hartford, he did this. He dumped our good players.
Yeah.
Ron Francis, Ulf Samuelsson, Grant Jennings.
They didn't want to pay Francis, and that new contract was coming up. The Pittsburgh Penguins did, and guess what? They got 2 cups out of it.
Yep.
Ulf Samuelsson, who, I was at the Booster Club meeting the other night. They said Ulf Samuelsson looks like he could put skates on tomorrow. They said he was just absolutely ripped.
Amazing.
Yeah, and Ulf Samuelsson was blown away by how many Whaler fans. He could not believe it. They said, I talked
That's
to some
amazing.
Whaler fans who were at the Booster Club meeting.
Gabe Rosa, Adams Division, Battle of New England and the Battle of Quebec.
Yeah.
NHL lost 2 of the greatest rivalries when they killed the
right.
Whalers and the Nordique franchise. You're absolutely,
Yep.
Gabe, good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We have only about 3 minutes left. We hope that people will sit there and throw some questions at us on our Facebook page, the Whalers Brigade, and email us. My email is jewhaler13@gmail.com, and you have phandle19@gmail.com.
That's right.
So email us with some ideas. Again,
Yep.
we're going to be out in the community. We thank Jay for stopping by.
Yeah, I'm waiting for ice cream.
Pralines.
Yeah.
July 17th. That's going to be 5 to 9 at the Wallingford location.
Right.
And then on the 21st, 11 to 3, which is a Saturday, at Manchester Buckland Hills Mall.
Yep.
Come out, wear your Whaler gear, support the Whaler guys and the Connecticut Children's
Yeah.
Medical Center. We're off to a good start with the place. Now,
Yep.
the rest of you lazy bastards, get out there and buy a license
Yeah,
plate.
we need you to get those plates because we're doing about 75 a month or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, get your Whalers plate. It supports a good cause. It also shows the state that, wow, there's a lot of interest in this thing. The DMV knows about it. Once you get it out there, and then when you get cars on the road with the plates, you get somebody honking, waving, hey, Whalers, let's go. It's all about keeping the name out there. And as you saw, places like Carolina, the Hurricanes, they caught wind of that license plate story. That went national. So that's the type of thing we need, to as we go through this RFP process with the XL Center. But once we get beyond that, we'll have a clear path. We'll kind of know where we're going, and the first thing we'll try to do is get those guys on this show.
Yes, I think
to
it's
see if we
important.
can
Well,
talk to
I
them.
think it's important. You know, if Michael Freemuth wants to do a follow-up appearance,
Yeah.
and then talk about who's going to be doing something, or
Right.
or maybe nobody does anything.
Right. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and we'll have to see.
Yeah.
But I think I did get a text the other night, a quick note from a friend down in North Carolina. His neighbor follows the Whalers Brigade and thinks that the page is great, the show is great, and he watches every week, the
Hey,
poor guy.
yeah.
So, hey, guys, you have a great night. I'm Jerry Irwin. This is Peter Hindle. We're the Whaler guys. You guys are the Brigade. We are one nation under green. Have a great night.
Bring them back.